Hello and welcome back to the craziness of Emberlyn Breed. This is Holy Discourse. Obviously, you clicked on the video, so you have at least seen my name, I'm guessing. Um, yeah, we're gonna jump into this Amber. Well, it's not Amberlyn Reed video. Sorry, it's an apathetic facts video of they've compiled kind of clips and everything of Amberlyn on Locale Live or Locale Rebel or whatever it is. And I want to watch the part with basically when basically Roxy comes in because she just starts calling Amberlyn out right and left, and before that they're kind of just glazing her of like, oh, you're gonna be so great at this, it's perfect, like please stay, please, please, please. Basically, once you get monetization back, please don't leave us. Um, so yeah, and I don't think Amberlyn expected all of the reaction channels and stuff like that to hop on to Locale Live, or just fans that either like her or don't like her also followed her to the Locale universe, which doesn't surprise me. Amberlyn hasn't posted in a long time, and then did she post? Was she posting like right before she got demonetized? I can't remember. I don't know. But yeah, people haven't really gotten like full videos or full lives in a while. So yeah, I can see people being like, I want to know what's going on, because Amberlyn is always a crazy kind of dumpster fire. But before we jump into that, I just wanted to say, if you want to like check out my art stuff that I do, I do have a like Printify shop. So I have all my like photography on there. And then I have merch if you watch my like animation channel. I don't have anything for this channel. No one said anything about them wanting stuff for this channel, so I'm just like, I'm not going to do it unless people ask for it, because I really just wanted to make stuff for my animation channel, and I really wanted to just show off my photography because it's just something, a passionate hobby that I have. So yeah, let's jump into the video.
Would be no such thing, because they have ruined my life in my real life multiple times, you know?
Okay, sorry.
Hey,
What up, Roxy?
Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to ask Amber, listen, I don't have a problem.
Is this full screen? Ah, there we go.
They have ruined my life in my real life multiple times, you know?
Okay, sorry.
Hey,
What up, Roxy?
Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to ask Amber, listen, I don't have a problem with, like, okay, you belong in the LCU. Like, you're a total piece of just like the LCU. You will make so much hate money. My question to you is, me watching you since you were with Crystal, and you sat there and said, oh my God, people use.
They have ruined my life in my real life multiple times, you know?
Okay, sorry.
Hey,
What up, Roxy?
Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to ask Amber, listen, I don't have a problem with, like, okay, you belong in the LCU. Like, you're a total piece of just like the LCU. You will make so much hate money. My question to you is, me watching you since you were with Crystal, and you sat there and said, oh my God, people use me to make money. I've never made a video about you in my life, but I know everything about you. My question to you is, me knowing you, how you start and stop and fail every little thing you've ever done in your life, what makes you think that you're going to succeed more than 30 days, working every single day under Keemstar, being
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna make it either. Keem's being very, Keem's giving her the boogie treatment right now, is knowing that Amberlyn is kind of a, how would you say it, flight risk, that she'll leave at any time if someone starts pushing back on her. So I think he's just trying to play nice right now, and then once she starts getting more comfortable and stays there, then he'll probably start, egging her on some. And then if she's starting to be like, well, I'm just gonna leave, he'll be like, oh, no, 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 I was just kidding, let me just like be nice to you. That's kind of what he did to Wings too, and Wings was like, screw this, I'm out for a while. Where Boogie, he's kind of like, he does the same thing if he knows like Boogie's like serious, or he'll be like, oh, we're gonna do a punishment or whatever, and it's like, okay, I don't know. But yeah, either way, I don't see her staying long. Unless she doesn't get monetization back, then I can see her staying longer. I still don't think, though, even if she doesn't get monetization back, I don't think she'll last that long, just because think of how many live streams that she's quit because she started getting called out on stuff, even like minute stuff, like just stupid crap. And she was like, well, I'm done. Goodbye, guys. Or not even goodbye. It's just like, she just closed out the screen. It's like, well, I guess that live's over.
screamed at, yelled at, told you're a piece of if you don't do something right. What do you think you're gonna do?
I don't know, because I have never been in this situation before. I honestly don't know. If Keem comes at me and calls me names and stuff, it would shock me, because I don't know. I don't have an answer for you, Roxy, but I'm here. I'm trying it. He has begged me. And I have been called worse things than the R word.
Well, which is why I think you'll fit right in here, because you're right. A lot of people are told that in LCU, but I just want to know that you are going to be okay with, because you're going to get questions. People are going to ask you about your past and about how you abused your girlfriends and how you admitted to it and all the stuff, your undiagnosed BPD, stuff like.
Roxy, when you say that I've abused girlfriends and that I've admitted to it, can you explain yourself?
Well,
Okay, I'll explain it. So Snowflake just created an amazing video of going over kind of everything. Or if you want to watch his documentaries, it goes more in depth and he shows a little bit more evidence of old videos and stuff like that. But I mean, even his recent one, he still showed videos. Yeah, it like when so many people that don't know each other, that don't have any motivation of gaining anything, like Beck wasn't gaining anything, Destiny wasn't gaining anything, Casey wasn't gaining anything, and they're all going, yeah, she did this to me, or she did that to me, or whatever, that I would consider abusive. Yeah, I start to form the opinion of this person is probably not a good person, and this person is probably an abuser. So
admitted to how you would put Becky on a timer when she was gone too long, how you would freak out on her if she didn't get you food, how you pushed what's her name, the last girl, I don't even know, you had so many girlfriends.
1, I've never pushed a girlfriend. 2, I've never set a time.
Wasn't there stuff that came out about like wifey, like that she like pushed wifey or something like that, and then wifey pushed her back? Or I know there was something with Tommy too about that, but I don't exactly remember. I don't remember exactly pushing was involved, or if it was just like kind of blocking the door. Because I want to say there was some altercation, and I can't remember exactly what Tommy was saying on that one.
And I've never even admitted to that. So already you're throwing lies out.
Wait, you never said you set a timer on your watch for Becky to be back?
If I can find the clip, I'll go through Snowflake stuff, but if I can find the clip, I will show it, because I don't know, I can't remember if Apathetic Facts shows like a clip of her admitting that, because she has definitely admitted that. And so is Beck.
At a certain time when she would leave?
No, I have never set a timer.
Did you really set a timer? I did a couple times. Yes. I wouldn't say a timer. I feel like that's extreme. But I would say, can you come back up here in like an hour? I would. Yes. What was your reasoning for setting a timer? I don't remember ever like setting a timer, but I did like say, can you come back up here? Can you come back, hang out with me like in an hour or whatever? And it's genuinely.
Which is still like, if she didn't technically do a timer, but she was still like, hey, you need to be back up here like in an hour. Like, you're not Beck's mom. Like, she's an adult. She can do what she wants. Like, it'd be one thing if you were like, hey, we need to go to this thing, so remember, like, you need to be back here by this time so we can go out, and like, that's one thing. But being like, no, you have to be back in an hour. I don't know. It's just it's very controlling.
Because I did not want to be alone.
Amber, you said it on your live stream. I pray to God somebody
I
has archives of you.
Roxy, aren't you known as the liar?
You said, I am known as somebody in the LCU.
Aren't you known as the liar?
I am known in the LCU of somebody who plays a part of me. Yes, sometimes I lie, sometimes I don't, sometimes I'm messy, sometimes I'm not.
But you're lying.
How many times have you sat there and said, yes, I set an alarm because I would have separation anxiety. If Becky was gone too long, I would call her and I would freak out. You had alarms set for her to be home.
I have never set an alarm. That is what you're coming at me with.
Did you set a timer? Did you set a timer?
I've never set an alarm. I've never set a timer. No.
Okay, I'm gonna go on Beck's channel. I'm sorry, her name is Beck. I'm gonna go on Beck's channel and I'm gonna pull her Q&A up.
You know what Keem said actually today? He does not give a about what a scorned ex has to say. And that's on
but I'm asking you, why are you lying?
I was gonna say, of course Keem doesn't care. Like, Boogie lied about cancer. Like, Keem sees it as, like, not a business opportunity, but, like, it's gonna be good for the channel. It's gonna make a lot of money. Like, a lot of people are gonna come in. Yes, after that whole thing's done, people are gonna start dropping out, but hey, milk it as long as you can, make lots of money, and, you know, just keep going on with the show. I mean, that's what he's gonna see it as, and this is kind of what he's going through with Amberlynn right now. Of Amberlynn's got a big past, and a lot of people have saved her clips or the entire video to show like, hey, this is what happened. So yeah, a lot of people are going to be like, look, Keen, look, and you know, it seems like some of these locals too have done their research too and been like, I mean, yes, this person deserves to be on here because we're literally called like we're literally a locale universe, and that's what Amber is. But at the same time, they want her to like own her stuff, which she won't. But that's what they want from her.
Though, when you said it, you admitted it that you did do that because you had separation anxiety.
Yes, Amberlynn Reed has separation anxiety, but has Amberlynn ever set a timer? No.
Oh, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it, and I will prove it to you. So if I find it and when I prove it, are you gonna apologize to me that maybe your BPD, you were having a moment and you don't remember you doing that? I watched every single part of your life, Amber. I heard it.
You sound obsessed, actually.
It's, you know what? It's not obsession. It's called not being able to look away from something that is so crazy that you cannot believe an actual person exists in this world like that. That's what you are.
And my question for you is, when I was...
I mean, I would say that is most of her audience is like people who are watching her just like, it's like watching TLC. It's not that you like that person or whatever. You're watching it for the drama and the chaos, and you're like, how is this even a real person? Like, this is crazy. And this is someone who has recorded their own life about, you know, instead of a TV show recording their life, and it's just open to the public, and it's like there's no like waiting on seasons, there's no this. I mean, it's just like, it's happening, dude. Another good example of this is his name Sal? I want to say his name is Sal. He's not a locale or anything. He's a dude who's just been trying to like lose weight, and yeah, his YouTube channel is just Sal. And he's like, I don't want to go on a TLC show because they do like unflattering angles and all this other stuff. And he's like, dude's been rocking it. Has been losing that weight. Has been changing his entire lifestyle. Has been going to the gym a lot. Looks like he did like a road to Iron. I'm looking at his channel right now on my phone. I mean, he's just doing it. And he's like, I want to say he was talking to his sister or something. I can't remember. It's been so long since I watched the video, but he was talking to a family member, and they were like, well, why don't you get on like TLC or something and try to like go to like Dr. Now or something like that and try to lose the weight. And he's like, they do such unflattering angles. They, you know, sometimes it seems like they make fun of like bigger people and stuff like that. He was like, I just want to do like, show my own journey and just get out there. And I've watched a few of his videos, and they are very inspiring. Like, there was one where he was hiking, he was like, all right, I can do this. And I think he fell a few times, and he was still like, I'm getting back up, and we're going. Because he's like, I really want to go see this view. I really want to go, you know. And I mean, I'm a bigger girl, like I'm overweight, but I can still hike a long ways. But there is times where I'm like, oh God, I don't want to hike this far. But it's like, but I'm like, I know there's this beautiful spot. I've been there like, I don't know, like 20 times. But I'm like, I still want to walk the 3 or 4 miles into the woods just to see this view. Like, I'm like, I just need to push myself. I'm almost there. And then it's like, me and JD take a big break. Well, JD looks at me like, why are we stopping? Because JD has no concept of stopping and resting on a hike. But it's like, we take this huge break and then we come back, and it's just like, oh, I'm so glad that I pushed myself that far.
was sending you hella money when you were on Milkers. Why didn't you give me this type of energy then?
Why would I tell you, oh, don't send me money? Bitch, you're gonna send me money. I love it. I'll love you until you stop
Okay, so
sending me money.
so you're a liar in your face. Okay.
How is that being a liar? First of all, when did I ever say I love you? Oh my God, I love Amber Lynn Reed.
Oh, it's
The
fine.
only thing I said was,
You said
Amber
that
Lynn Reed
multiple
loved you.
times.
I
Oh my
said I
God.
love you. I said I loved you.
I
I
feel
said
like-
I loved you, girl.
Talk
Girl.
about gaslighting.
When did
She didn't hate
okay,
her.
now first of all, I would never say I loved you. Okay, I would never say that because I know what a piece of shit you are. What I said was you would fit perfectly in the LCU because you are a mess. You are a train wreck. Why wouldn't you go work with your mama? Why would you choose to work anywhere King put you? You have enough, I don't know, balls underneath all that content to say I want to work with your mama. Why wouldn't you do that?
Okay, well, things can change around here, so you never know what the future holds, okay? I wanted to work with Scooter and Sweet Tea. It's that
Okay,
simple.
but again, you are saying that you never admitted to setting a timer for when Becky would be gone for too long, and you would freak out on her when she would say, "I'll be gone for an hour." You would set that timer for an hour. If the hour went over and she wasn't home, you wouldn't call her.
I'm telling you, I never physically
Admitted to it.
her. Correct.
Okay, I got you.
You two ladies just cut the most amazing promo for Buzz.
I think she'll be great here. I think she'll be great here. She's a local. She belongs here. But what I'm afraid of is the second she's remonetized on her own channel, she's gonna
Yep.
leave. And
Yep.
Amber cannot. She starts and stops things in her whole life. Will you at least admit to that you never finishing Vlogmas? You can't even
I
do
do
25
that.
days without quitting.
I
How many?
literally, I have done all of my Vlogmases besides like 2 because I got the flu. I'm sorry. Like, excuse me.
So you
Did you
uploaded.
say-
I feel like, well, that's the first vlogmas that I watched, and it was with her, with like Tommy and stuff like that. Well, maybe that wasn't the first. I can't remember. Anyhow, everyone was like, I just remember everyone being so hyped, like, oh my goodness, she's actually completing vlogmas. Look at this, look at that. So I have a feeling that she really doesn't complete vlogmas.
You
Every
were being
single day.
buddy.
So that brings us to today's video, which is Vlogmas Day 18, and it's called Quitting Vlogmas.
Okay, so I've been curious.
Uh-huh.
Have I ever finished a Vlogmas? Because people are saying that I haven't, and I'm like, yes, I have. Like, I remember finishing a few,
Uh-huh.
actually. So here's one that I finished in 2013.
Bestie, 2013 was 9 years ago, Bestie. People's recent memory is like, girl, it's been a long time since you finished Vlogmas. Like, name a recent year that you did it. And maybe she will. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe my remembrance isn't great.
Here is a Vlogmas that I did all the way until Vlogmas 31. So I completed this one as well in 2014.
Okay.
Here is 2015, where I went all the way until Vlogmas 29.
Well, right. So you went all the way up until the 29th, but what did you agree to do?
Vlogmas 2016, I also completed.
I always figured that it, like in my brain, I'm like, oh, it's probably going to end like the 25th. But yeah, that's true. You know, like, what did you agree to? Because if you agreed to the entire month, then, and you stopped before that, then you didn't do what you agreed to do.
Also, though, look at these Vlogmases. You had 2 days and one video. I mean, I don't know, again, what you agreed to do that year either. You also only went to the 25th, which I know is what you agreed to do this year, but I don't know if that's what you agreed to do that year.
Vlogmas 2018, I stopped on the 13th because I was going through chronic depression and then something was going on with my leg. So this is actually when Bedbound era was slowly beginning.
I don't need to know. I mean, I do remember you not finishing Vlogmas, whatever this year was, but
2019, I stopped on the 22nd because the whole urologist
Zachary's face says it all. Just like, what in the world?
thing, I went back and watched. That really got to me because
okay, but you still didn't finish.
I was going through something super medical and I was getting like harassed. It was really hard for me. So
Okay, but the point was that you didn't finish.
I did quit Vlogmas then, and that is why. So Vlogmas of 2020, I went until the 18th because
Okay.
I ended up getting the flu. And then 2021, I did not do Vlogmas. So I feel like out of all the times I'm done Vlogmas, I only have not done it 3 times, and it's all been for very invalid reasons.
So you
Did you
uploaded
say you
every
were being
single day.
buddy with her on Milkers? I think I witnessed that before too, because I used to watch Milkers. You didn't
Multiple
hate her
people
over there.
said that they witnessed it. Like, Roxy's fake and she's a liar, so it's cool.
First of all, I would never be buddy with somebody that I don't even
You're a
know.
liar.
Second of
You
all,
wanted my money.
second of all,
it's
I
fine.
said you belonged in the LCU because you are a mess. I said
You
yes.
never
Amber, you
said
belong
that.
in the LCU.
You never said that.
I'm gonna pull all these clips. I promise you, I'm gonna pull all these clips. I'm gonna prove to you exactly, girl. Listen. You may be able to guess.
She won't show up to the first live stream if that happens. I mean, just like, I think about, like, Tammy. Is there a name Tammy? I think so. I think it's Tammy. I'm terrible with names, so if I get it wrong, I'm sorry. But basically, her aunt was like, okay, well, the next time you do a live stream, we'll just call. Like, I'll just call in, and then we can just talk about everything, and I'll try to pull up as much as I can to kind of, like, show, like, I'm not lying. And then Amber, that live stream, was like, I'm sick. And it's like, okay, yeah, no, you just don't want to be, you don't want to be called out for your stuff. You don't want to be honest about stuff. And I think it was when she actually did live stream next, Tammy kept like calling her, and she was finally like, what do you want? And she's like, well, you said that you wanted to have a conversation with me and like square up and all this other stuff, so I'm squaring up. Let's talk about it. Like, let's do this. And Amber Lynn was like flustered the entire time, like, I don't want to be called out. Why is she doing this? Oh my goodness, like, what have I ever done to you in the past year? Not what I've, you know, what have I done to you like my entire life? Like, just in the past year. And this is kind of the loophole thing that Amber Lynn does, because I want to say she thinks that she changes, and that's why I think she like references like, okay, what have I done the past year, or what have I done the past 2 years? But the thing is like Amber Lynn doesn't change. From what I've seen of like clips and stuff like that of her own old content to stuff now, it's like she hasn't changed. Like, she really just hasn't. So her saying, what have I done the past 2 years? It's kind of like, what have you done the past 2 years? Same as you always done, bro. Like, she acts like she's been innocent like for the past 2 years, and it's like, everyone messes up all the time. It's like, it's just, you just don't want to own your stuff.
Like Pauline and Beck and Destiny and all them. You're not going to gaslight me, girl. I'll tell you right now. You won't.
How are okay, my question is, why do my past relationships have anything to do with the LCU? That is my question.
My question is, why are you using undiagnosed BPD as all your excuses for everything you have done disgusting, not only to humans, but to animals?
Roxy, what makes you think that I'm undiagnosed when I've told everyone ad nauseum in 2023 I was diagnosed? That is my question.
You said a doctor said...
Because people catch you out in lies all the time, and you won't show evidence of like your doctor's slip or whatever the heck you want to call it, the stuff in your, just like with Boogie, they were like, show me your portal, and he was like, no. And they were like, Boogie has lied in the past, and so they were like, well, we don't believe you unless you show your portal. And he was like, no, just believe me. And then it turned out it wasn't in his portal, and he lied about cancer. So yeah, that's why people assume that you don't actually have it. Or at least they don't believe that, they don't believe you actually got tested for it. Or I'm thinking of like dyslexia stuff, ADD stuff, like when they figured out that I had that stuff, they had to like test me for it and be like, oh yeah, you do actually have this. So I would assume BPD would be the same thing. They would have to like test you with stuff.
Yep, you fit all the criteria of what you have. Yep.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Oh, you're done for. You're done for, girl. I am gonna do a deep dive, Xylee. That's all I'm saying.
Xylee cannot do a deep dive unless she is watching it through someone else's eyes, because I had to delete all of my content.
Oh, it's out there, girl. Your archive is out there, and I will find it. I will find it. You know Kiwi Farms exists, right? Kiwi Farms never goes away. You are
Kiwi Farms. Kiwi Farms is a place that has doxed me, has ruined my life. And you know what? If you ruined
so many girls' lives. You ruined so many people's lives, including animals. What does it matter?
I've never ruined an animal's life. We can get into that if you want to, like genuinely.
I'll save it for boss, bed.
Day one. I hope you were on there day one.
To prove my points, I will bring every receipt that she's lying about right now.
You know me.
Who don't?
You don't.
You put your life on YouTube, then is your life a lie?
But it's very obvious you're watching these reaction channels, like duh.
I watch you, Amber. I watch you. I don't watch reaction channels, and I don't believe what they say. I believe what you say. You listen, I believe what you say.
Everything that they spew, like right now.
Because what they spew comes from your mouth.
Oh my god,
they take your clips and they go over them.
Yep. That's exactly what they do. I was gonna say, that's what Karina Kaboom does. That's what Apathetic Facts shows. That's what Snowflake does. This is what Zachary Michael does. It's what Cinnamon Toast Ken does. Like, that's the whole point of a reaction channel, is to react to a video, or to be like, hey, I watched this. This is what I think about this. Like, you can go watch their stuff, or, you know, if you want to watch the whole video, go to their channel. And that's how reaction channels do it. It's not anything special. That's what a reaction channel does.
I'm sorry, but you're dumb.
They don't take clips, your own words, and they go over them and then respond to them. They don't do that.
I literally can't with you.
Well, you're gonna with me. You're gonna with me. I promise you that. You're gonna with me.
I hope so. I hope it's day one. I hope you're there the second I hop on.
That's all I'm
If you
saying.
would
But
have
don't
met me
lie.
10 years ago, you would have been like, yeah, this is crazy. She's a little unhinged. But yeah, look where I fucking came from. But I'm 35 years old and I'm improving every fucking day. But you want to keep throwing my
No, you
past
become
in
here
your face.
actually. You become messier actually. But that's just my opinion.
I own everything that I have done wrong. That I do own.
This is the stuff. I'm just asking a question. You ask why I feel this way about you.
I'm genuinely just asking too. Why the f are we
years
talking
ago,
about a
it was like
relationship I had a decade ago?
Because this goes all and it ties all into who you are today.
No,
you never
it
did.
does not. Oh my
You
God.
never complete nothing. I will guarantee you will not make it past 30.
I was gonna say that's the thing is she doesn't change. So if you do reference something from 10 years ago, she hasn't changed. It would be different if she had changed and been like, you know, I get what you're bringing up, but that was in the past, and I've changed from that, and I've moved forward. You know, I apologize for, you know, whatever that I did, but like, there's just no like, oh, I'm gonna own it and we're gonna move on. Like, you know, I've changed. I've worked on it. Like, you don't accept my apology. You don't accept my apology, but we're like I'm gonna keep making videos, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do that, and through my actions, I believe it will show that, like, you know, I have changed and I do feel bad about my past. But she doesn't do any of that. She's just kind of like, it was 10 years ago. Why are you bringing this up? And it's like, because you're the same person and you haven't changed at all. And I think you would do the same thing today. And it kind of shows your character. And she's like, no, it doesn't. And it's just kind of like, well, from what I've seen, yes, it does.
Days of having to work every single day.
That's one thing to be true. I set up a goal, I set up this and that, and I don't complete shit. This is gonna be a really cool challenge for me to try, and you never fucking know. I might be wearing that heavy necklace next year, okay?
Well, it's kind of fucked up though because a lot of our exes have PTSD and they are fucked up because of how
Oh
Amber
my
treated them.
God.
They are.
That's
So
what they're
all I'm
that's what they're saying is what you mean? Her exes, or are they?
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of it Amber admitted to. But she, on her live stream, she went over it and said, yes, okay, yes, I did do this, but I had a BPD moment. It was my BPD.
God knows you're gonna fit right in. Both Batgirl have said it today, and Lacey, they both have it.
Yeah, but they've been diagnosed and they got help for it. Amber don't get help for it. Also, where's Rarity? Have you looked for Rarity yet? Has anybody...
That's true. She doesn't get help for it because what was it? When she was like, I don't remember what era it was in, but I remember watching a clip where it was like, I want to get weight loss surgery, and then they were like, you need to go to therapy, and she went to therapy, and then she was like, screw this, I don't want to do this if I gotta go through therapy, and if I gotta wait, like, what was it, like a year I had to go through therapy and do all of this and show that I can lose weight or whatever. She was like, nope, I'm done.
Point. That's my point. I
Who's
was
Rarity, Amber?
diagnosed.
Did you purposely let her out so you didn't have to leave? So you
See,
have to
Roxy,
leave?
this is what I'm talking about. That's a reality channel fucking
Oh, did you let
poison.
Rarity out so you had a reason to stay when
I
Tommy
had
wanted
Rarity
you
for
gone?
10 years.
Exactly.
Roxy.
You let her out as a reason to stay because Tommy kicked you out and didn't want you there because you're abusing her. You
That
are.
is not what fucking happened at all.
It is what happened. It is, and we all know it.
Were you
Tommy.
there?
Yeah, I didn't believe that she let Rarity out until it was like those text messages came out, and it was like, yeah, she had said that Tommy's cat got out first, and then she was like, oh no, JK, she's back, and then she was like, I haven't been able to find Rarity all day, and she was like, I've looked everywhere except the back door, which is where she ends up claiming that's where Rarity went out because the door was open, and it's like, that's, especially that part, like, if it was like, oh, I haven't been able to find her all day, like in the house, it's like, cats are very like sneaky about stuff. They like to hide. They like to, you know, that I might be like, okay, maybe the cat's hiding in the house, and because Amber's not the most mobile, like maybe Rarity's just like, I just want to hide and play somewhere, or, you know, do whatever like normal cats do. But it was the specific, like, I've looked everywhere except the back door, and it was like, why would you mention that? Like, if you know that's the one place that you haven't looked, well, why don't you just look there? It was just, and then later she claims like, oh yeah, she left through the back door was open. And it was like, that's just, I don't know, that's just so strange.
I heard it all. Tommy said it. It's okay. It's okay. Just don't be
Oh my
animals
God,
and you'll be
I'm not gonna
good.
sit here and talk
You
about
sat on your
Tommy.
cat's ass. Well, Tommy went out looking for your cat. That's the worst. That's
That
the
is
worst.
not-
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It was your BPD, right? Let me guess. Your BPD did it to you. Happy birthday, Amber. I wish you many, many more.
And there.
Plague has erupted, and the pestilence has descended upon the village. Your hospital.
Happy birthday, Amber. I wish you many, many more.
Sorry, but this whole Rarity thing just ain't it. Like,
Rarity, I'm assuming, is an animal, and I am
Yes.
so sorry.
I want to make something clear. I'm not crying because things Roxy said. I'm not crying
No,
because like
I
I'm
know.
weak. I'm crying for Rarity. Ever since it happened, I have literally cried for her.
If you can't
I just, Amber's cried so much about so many, like, different things, and then was like, oh, I was fake crying, like, haha, look, I was acting, haha, like, just like as, like, a joke, like, right after she did, like, the fake cry, she was like, haha, it was a joke, or whatever, and it's like, it sounds like, I mean, I don't know if this is a real, like, crying or whatever, I don't know, I'm just, like, she just cries so much that, like, one, I'm really bad with people crying in general, because I'm always like, okay, they're there, like, I don't know what to do with people that, like, cry in front of me. I'm just like, well, okay, and I'm just really bad at it. I know I'm really bad at it, and I'm just like, I'm just too awkward, and I just don't know what to do, because I'm like, you're crying, how can I don't know how to fix this. So one, every time Amber cries, I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. Because I can't, like, you know, it's not like she's, like, in the room with me where I'm like, okay, I have to, like, comfort or do something to, like, help stop crying, or maybe she just needs to cry. I don't know. But it's also, like, her cry just always sounds like a fake cry, so and maybe it's just because I've watched videos about her and just, like, watched her content where I'm just like, I don't particularly like this person, so my sympathy is not, I'm not very sympathetic towards it, I guess. And it's rude. I know it's rude, but I mean, it's the truth how I feel. So every time she cries, I'm like, okay. Can you just tell me what's going, like, can we not cry about this? And maybe it's just because, like, I'm not much of a crier either, so it just, like, when people cry, I'm like, we're crying about this, really? Like, oh, okay. I mean, I cried a lot as a kid, just with my ADD and my dyslexia, like, just having such a hard time in school, just trying to keep up with the other kids and try to, like, I used to cry, like, all the time, and now that I'm an adult, I'm just kind of like, what was I crying about? I got this. Like, I can push myself. I can do, you know, I can learn. I just have to, like, push myself, and I just have to work harder than others on certain stuff.
Whole Rarity thing just ain't it. Like,
Rarity, I'm assuming, is an animal, and I am
Yes.
so sorry.
I want to make something clear. I'm not crying because things Roxy said. I'm not crying
No,
because, like,
I
I'm
know.
weak. I'm crying for Rarity. Ever since it happened, I have literally cried for her.
If you can't
I just, Amber's cried so much about so many, like, different things, and then was like, oh, I was fake crying, like, haha, look, I was acting, haha, like, just like as, like, a joke, like, right after she did, like, the fake cry, she was like, haha, it was a joke, or whatever, and it's like, it sounds like, I mean, I don't know if this is a real, like, crying or whatever, I don't know, I'm just like, she just cries so much that, like, one, I'm really bad with people crying in general, because I'm always like, okay, they're there, like, I don't know what to do with people that, like, cry in front of me. I'm just like, well, okay, and I'm just really bad at it. I know I'm really bad at it, and I'm just like, I'm just too awkward, and I just don't know what to do, because I'm like, you're crying, how can I don't know how to fix this. So one, every time Amber cries, I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. Because I can't, like, you know, it's not like she's, like, in the room with me where I'm like, okay, I have to, like, comfort or do something to, like, help stop crying, or maybe she just needs to cry. I don't know. But it's also, like, her cry just always sounds like a fake cry, so and maybe it's just because I've watched videos about her and just, like, watched her content where I'm just like, I don't particularly like this person, so my sympathy is not, I'm not very sympathetic towards it, I guess. And it's rude. I know it's rude, but I mean, it's the truth how I feel. So every time she cries, I'm like, okay. Can you just tell me what's going, like, can we not cry about this? And maybe it's just because, like, I'm not much of a crier either, so it just like when people cry, I'm like, we're crying about this, really? Like, oh, okay. I mean, I cried a lot as a kid, just with my ADD and my dyslexia, like just having such a hard time in school, just trying to keep up with the other kids and try to, like, I used to cry like all the time, and now that I'm an adult, I'm just kind of like, what was I crying about? I got this. Like, I can push myself. I can do, I can learn. I just have to like push myself, and I just have to work harder than others on certain stuff. Certain stuff is easier, so I don't have to work as hard as others do. But there's certain stuff that I'm like, with my ADD and my dyslexia, I know that I'm gonna have to work harder than other people, and I just have to do it. And I don't know. Maybe that's like made me cold with society and how society feels about like crying and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm always just like, just suck it up. It'll be fine. It sounds like such a terrible thing, but it's just how, I guess, just how my brain works. I don't know. But anyhow, I want to jump over to the one where Keem responds, and I'm going to try to just fast forward it to...
This is Heartopia, a brand new life sim where you can create your very own character.
I'm going to fast forward it to where Keem is talking about this stuff, because she, in the... my brain. In this video, she does show part of what Roxy posted about stuff. It kind of just went over the live stream, and just a little bit more how she feels about Amber, and how she just kind of wants to like call Amber on her stuff, basically, and how she's worried that Amber's just gonna leave immediately as soon as she gets monetization. Which, yeah, I would agree.
You're a cow.
And has something to say.
Today.
Oh, not even a second later. I never liked her. Girl.
Well, Keem claims he has now seen the evidence and has something to say.
Today's not the day. Bro, today's not the day. Bro, I'm not having it.
My girls told me that I'm not going to do a show on the same network as Amber Lynn Reed.
As Amber Lynn Reed, the one that just cash cowed to our show.
A good punishment for Booster is to make him have a conversation with Ayala, and for every donation, he has to compliment Ayala.
That would never happen.
So you're okay that Amber Lynn Reed is in the universe?
Nope.
But you're willing to be a host and be associated with her?
I'm willing to be here on live as long as I don't have to deal with her.
Well, she's in chat and she said that she hasn't killed the fucking cat and that Booster shut up.
You killed 3: Gracie, Rarity, and the other one. You were even smiling while you were talking about how you lost the first one.
I'm wondering if he's talking about Tommy's cat, where she was like, "Oh, I got lost. Never mind, I found it." I wonder if that's the third cat that he's talking about. Which technically, I don't think that cat. I don't believe Amber actually let that cat out, or like it got lost at all. I think she just tried to do it to see if she can manipulate Tommy, and then was like, "Oh, this is a bad idea if I actually let this cat out, because she might just dump me over it. So I'll do my own cat." Is personally how I feel like that went down in Amber Lynn's brain, but of course I'm not Amber Lynn, and I can't say that for sure. And 2, I don't think Amber Lynn is ever going to tell the truth of what actually happened.
So where are the charges? Where are the charges? Also, where are the clips of her killing him? Because as far as I know, it's a rumor.
There's laws against that. She'd be arrested.
Yeah, she didn't exactly kill them. She just let them go. And if you're just letting them go, yeah, you're not cat. Well, I don't know about indoor cats, but outdoor cats do that crap all the time. I love having outdoor cats, but that is the one thing, like, you run the risk of if you own an outdoor cat, is they might just up and leave, even though you feed them, even though you might take them inside sometimes, let them chill. Like, even if, like, you take the best care of them, it's like, they might just up and leave just because they just want to up and leave and then become someone else's cat. My grandparents have had that happen many times, of just a cat just showing up at their door and was like, "I live here now, feed me." And they were just kind of like, "Well, I guess we're feeding this cat." Like, I was gonna say, since I was born, I think there's been like 2 or 3 that's happened with, and cats live a freaking long time, so 2 or 3 is a lot. That's a good little handful for freaking, because think, like, cats live like, what, like 10, 15 years? So it happening like 2 or 3 times is quite a bit more than, just crazy. So yes, cats do stuff like that. Cats are weird, but at the same time, these are kind of indoor cats, and it's kind of like if they're just out and leaving, it's kind of like, what did he do to the cat? Especially since it's happening multiple times. It's like, well, what happened to the... Why does this keep happening?
She'd be in jail, right?
Would you like Roxy to be the one to find the evidence for you?
No, because we don't
you're
trust
the one
Roxy.
certain of it. Send it to me when you have it.
Over the course of a year, 3 cats mysteriously being let out and
I
going
live-
missing,
son,
and her
you're-
smiling and having fun, talking about her
Son,
cat
I-
missing,
I
using it
don't-
for sympathy bait is
Son,
not.
you are
It's not
speculating.
very weird.
No.
And not.
Yeah, she kind of did have Duper's delight with Gracie. I will say that. Not so much Rarity. It was kind of weird though, because like in her video, it was kind of like she was like crying and bawling, and then like the next second, or maybe it wasn't in that video. No, it was one of her live streams that it was, where it was like really weird because she was like crying, and then she was like, "All right, I'm good." I was kind of like, that's kind of another reason why I never believe Amberlynn when she's crying, because it's kind of like she can just switch off like that and just like start talking about something else and be like, "Okay, I'm good." Like, and maybe this is coming from my own experience, but like I can't do that. Even if I'm trying to talk about something else, it's like I'm still like like I'm still just crying. Like I can't just turn it off. The only way I can just turn it off that hard is being like, someone just get me a water, and like just, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a brain thing, but like when I'm drinking something, it's kind of like my brain just kind of is like, oh, you're focused on drinking something and not choking on it because you're freaking crying everywhere. So that just kind of like, my brain just kind of switches to focusing on that instead of focusing on crying. Then it's like, oh, okay, we're good. We can chill out.
Very and not
You're
very
speculating. That's called speculating. You have no proof.
I'm the guy that ran Drama Alert. There's a million rumors on every single entertainer. I don't know of her ever getting arrested. I don't know of her ever getting even charged, of her going
Or
to court.
investigated.
Amberlynn Reed has as many detractors as she does, you know, where people are doxing
Amber,
her. Let me finish.
I was gonna say, didn't she have like animal control called on her? Or was that just Tammy threatening her to call animal control? I want to say like back in the day though that like someone had called. Maybe I'm just thinking of Tammy threatening to call. I'm probably just thinking of that, but for some reason I was thinking that someone else had called like way back in the day, but I don't know. I don't know about that for sure. I know Tammy definitely called her out and was like, I will call animal control if you don't like get your situation fixed. But I want to say I have a vague memory of that, but I don't remember
What's animal
exactly.
control doing at your house all those times to show up, make sure that you're doing things safe and proper after the third cat goes?
So it has been investigated and they found nothing.
Yeah,
That's what you're
that's
telling me?
exact. Boogie took the words out of my mouth. If animal control was there and they found nothing,
Oh,
then-
there were just several times after her third cat was gone.
Good,
just,
good.
Just trying to figure out what was going on.
And so now that you pointed out that they were investigating it,
I will say I don't. I don't exactly trust animal control on that end. Just from at least what I've seen and heard when people have called animal control and stuff, and I have seen that house's situation because, you know, I'm a mailman. I see stuff, and I know other carriers have called on that specific place, and it was like they didn't do anything, and I was like, oh, that kind of stinks, because this person was just kind of like telling me about like, oh, this is what, you know, the living situation is, and I was like, oh, that kind of stinks. And then I didn't really think about anything of it, and then I was probably carrying that route, I don't know, a couple months later or something like that, and I went up to that house and I was like, oh, this person was not kidding. The dogs were like in the cages, and it was like cages were like too small, so they were kind of like hunched over, and it was just, it reeked on that porch, and they were just like sitting up there on that porch in their cages, and I was like, that sucks, dude. Like, it just, ugh. It was not, it did not sit right with me. But like, what am I gonna do? Call animal control even though someone already has? Like, they're not gonna do anything. They haven't already. I don't know. And there's some times where it's like, you want to call animal control, but you're like, I'm a mailman and I don't want people to put a target on my back. You know what I mean? You just don't know how people are gonna react. Even though you know that they're abusing the dog, it's kind of like, okay, well, if they're doing that to the dog, like am I gonna have a problem with them if I call animal control on them? Or like, you know, because you're the mailman, you're the only one that's like out there. No one else is out there. No one's riding with you, so you're like, because they're like, I've had places where I've gone and it's been like, you just kind of know, and you've already, like, the person that's trained you has already kind of like told you about that person, like, hey, like, this situation is going on, and then you show up and it's like the dog wants to play, but as soon as you kind of like get close to like deliver a package or deliver mail or like whatever you're delivering, when the dog is like completely on the other side of the chain, then at that point, and like it's a male dog, so its junk is now exposed and it looks like it's gonna pee all over itself because it's just that scared, and you're like, all I said was hi buddy and just delivered what I need to deliver. I'm just gonna go back, like, it's okay, like, I'm not gonna hurt you. And it's just looking at me like terrified, and you're like, oh, it just breaks your heart.
And found nothing, then you got to admit you're stupid. Do you know?
I'm not admitting I'm stupid at all.
I would trust animal control more than I would trust what someone is saying on a monetized stream that's hating on Amber. Let me just say, somebody in the chat is saying it's on video. The proof's on video. Well, if the proof is on video, send it to the authorities. Have her arrested. What is the video?
The video is the history of how all 3 of her cats went missing over a short period of time. Her sitting there acting like she's depressed about it when she's smiling in the video, gloating and being so happy to be getting attention.
What if somebody...
I mean, I would have just talked about the text messages more that got released of her being like, oh, this cat got let loose. Or like, escaped. And then she was like, oh no, JK. And then just started talking about Rarity. How she was trying to find Rarity all day, but she hasn't checked at the back porch. Like, that's probably the evidence that I would have went with. I'm just like, hey, there's like text messages back and forth. Like, Tommy said her cameras weren't working, but like, she at least has like logs and text messages of like what Amber said happened then, and then well, unless someone saved it, but we had a video of Amber being like, it was 5 a.m. or whatever the heck she said, and she was like, I cracked the door open, I didn't even realize that I left it open, or whatever, you know. It's like a whole different story.
Stole her fucking cats.
She said they were let out of the house. How do you do that 3 times in a row in such a short amount of time? And they go ahead and make videos about it. Why do you think so many people hate her? Also, how's Beck? How's Beck, Amberlyn?
I don't know.
You still making a timer for her?
Fourth cat?
Just to get her to come back home one time?
Look, I don't know Amberlyn. Look,
I don't want to talk about this Amberlyn Reed stuff because we're going to go in circles, right? Booster, you have a right to your opinion, but you got to understand that you're on this platform and you can't just put wild allegations out on my platform like that. Again, I lightly looked into this animal claim, and all I saw was a video of her leaning back in the chair. She was this high from the ground and dropped a fully grown cat. And that's not animal. If it was a kitten, yes. If it was a puppy, yes. But a cat that can jump freaking up to the ceiling? All I'm saying is receipts or it didn't happen. All right?
I'm surprised they can clip her nails back that much. Because isn't it... If I remember correctly, when the nail grows so long, the quick also kind of like grows, but if you clip it, the quick will, like, after time, the quick will start like receding backwards, so you can clip more. So I'm surprised the quick wasn't like way out there, but I guess I don't know how far that would go. But I remember watching a video about that, like it like kind of like goes with the nails a bit, which is just fascinating. I love, like, I would never be able to be a vet because I'm too squeamish, but I do love learning about like dog anatomy and stuff like that. It's so fascinating. And I mean animals in general, but I've always been like a big dog lover, so dogs have always been like my thing of like, oh, I want to learn more about them, and I like learning about different like breeds and just like their personality differences and all sorts of. It's just, I don't know, it's just fascinating, just interesting. Okay, can we talk about this? How is it like $400? Because, like, I don't know, let's say giving them a bath is like $100. I highly doubt it would be that much, but let's just say it's like insane and it's like $100. I mean, there's a lot of places that like will like clip toenails and stuff like that for like 10, 15, or have like, I know, like I've been to some places where it's like, oh, we have a discount on this day. If you bring your animal on this day, we give a discount. So I've seen that. Like, so what? That's like $120. And, you know, you don't, it's like, that just seemed so much. Even if it was $120 for all 3 of them. I mean, that's like almost $400 in general. But I still don't, because it's like Twinkie's hair is really short. Cats don't need shaved. They just need their nails cut and get a bath. Unless she's doing a bunch of bougie stuff, which I doubt it, because people have complained for years about Twinkie's nails being too long. So, I don't know. It's weird to me. I don't see how that can be that expensive. When I go to the vet for them to like cut the nails and get JD's like medicine and stuff like that, I mean, it's only like $150, I think, with like the medicine and everything. And it's like, okay, so how is it $400? Because I want to say she was like claiming that it was like $400 each or something. I can't remember. Oh no, she's saying it's $400 altogether, but still, like, that's so much. I can't see that being a thing. It just seems like way too much. Like she's getting ripped off or scammed. If she's paying that much, she's getting ripped off or scammed, because there's no way. Like, I'd be like, if I was not mobile enough to like maybe wash my pets, I would like, and my mom was close, I'd be like, Mom, I'll give you like $30 like to wash my dog. You know what I mean? Like, can you just wash them and like we call it a day on that? Like, I'll pay for your lunch. Like, we'll go out to lunch or something like that. Like, you can drive me to the nail clipping place for the dog, and you know, I'll pay for your gas and I'll pay for your lunch. And then, you know, maybe spend like $10-15 getting the dog's nails clipped, and then that's it. Like, I don't know. That just seems like a lot. I think that's all they have left. Yeah. Alrighty. So that's another one that I want to talk about. It's the Nick Avocado stuff, but I don't know if I will, but that stuff is crazy. He's doing the normal Nick Avocado stuff where he's like being absolutely insane about stuff, but now he's trying to claim like, oh, why don't people believe me? It's like, because you made this entire character and we couldn't figure out where the character started and where you actually started and all this other stuff, so now people just don't believe you. And it's having a whole kind of Amber Lynn thing, but he's pretending for so long, oh, I'm this person, and it's like, oh no, I'm actually whatever. But anyhow, I will see you all in the next video.